How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to Season 8, Episode 3 of Fear the Walking Dead. This episode is titled Odessa. Yeah, last episode was a June-focused one, where we learned that she's been surviving in the swamps, taking fingers from the people of PADRE, because she didn't want them to shoot, but for some reason she only cut off one finger from one hand, which doesn't really do much. And we also had the reunion of June, Dwight and Sherry, which was cool, but turns out Dwight and Sherry are fully Team Padre because they're using the code names, like the bird code names, Red Kite, and I forgot what Sherry's name was. But they've now got a kid, Finch. Obviously Finch didn't know that Dwight and Sherry were his parents, but eventually he did at the end of the episode. So Finch basically needed a surgery and they couldn't get into the clinic, which was for some reason 20 miles away from the island. So June took Dwight, Sherry and Finch to this train car where we found out that June had to do experiments on patients to stop them from turning from bite wounds, which involved radiation, because she came up with a theory that that's how Alicia survived. And then Adrian showed up in the train car and fucked everything up by having a stray bullet hit the equipment that they need to operate on Finch. Then Dwight and Sherry went to the back of the train to turn the power on, and they discussed what's best for Finch, which is basically being out on the road instead of being with Padre. And then they fell through the train car because they were on the roof, and we thought they were going to die, but obviously June, Adrian and Finch came to save them. And then the truth was revealed that Adrian's daughter was in the train car and he let his daughter munch him. Then June started the surgery on Finch. It succeeded, but Shrike showed up, revealed that June took her finger, then let Adrian's head bite Finch right in front of Sherry and Dwight. And now Shrike wants June to save Finch. But before June can help save Finch, Shrike cuts off June's trigger finger. And then the episode ended with Morgan escaping from Padre and potentially go towards King County. And I think Madison might be heading towards the train car because Shrike did mention that they're getting more patients. But yeah, I mean, it was an okay episode. Nothing amazing. Yeah, based on the promo for this episode, we're getting the return of Daniel, which makes sense because I think his voice was in last episode, talking on the radio to Adrian. So he's probably the leader of this militia that are looking for their kids. But yeah, I don't really know what to expect for this episode other than bad fighting, to be honest. But yeah, that about sums it all up. So let's stop do-alling around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode.
Charlie, she's sick.
Okay, they've mentioned Charlie.
I'm gonna kill you!
I wonder if he will. Like, don't pull a Vic, Dwight. That was a weird transition. Okay, so I was right about them taking Madison to the train car.
Have you taken enough blood?
We've moved beyond studying your blood.
Naomi. It was a long time ago.
Padre wants me back at the island. Get her ready.
You're part of this too.
Not by choice. I didn't even know you were alive. Shrike just gave me your records.
What is she gonna do to me?
Shrike has ideas on how to heal carry-on bites. It's probably why she was collecting your blood. There's a boy who seems to be responding to the radiation.
Finch.
There's a file back on the island. It's got the names of the kids I took when I was a collector. Not the names Padre gave them, but their real names.
She's ready. They're not gonna let Madison get bit. Stop it.
I will not leave you now. I will be right here until the end.
I mean, you barely had scenes together, June. It's like 2 scenes. Who is that? I can't tell who that is. Madison? 12 years ago. Okay, we are getting 12 years ago. The fuck? That's like the beginning of the outbreak, right?
What are you doing in here?
Jesus.
Dad, not funny.
You should have seen your face.
Yeah, we did.
I recognise that actor. Also, is that Shrike?
A woodpecker?
Remember what your mom said when she gave me these? So you'll always see what's coming. These birds, they live in families. They cooperate to raise their young.
Okay. Well, this explains the bird stuff.
Krennic, should we load up, sir?
What does Padre stand for?
How do you even know there's still people out there?
Right.
You remember Elias?
Why can't you stay here on the island until it's safer?
Remember, if we communicate by radio, why don't you use those code names I gave you?
Why do I have to be Shrike?
But it is brutal when it needs to be. It doesn't hesitate to look after its family. I'll be right back.
No, he won't. He dies. 100%. I hate how they always still just wear their camouflage uniforms. It's like, why are you keeping up appearances?
Why is Padre doing this?
To ensure what he's built endures.
So where's her brother then? Is he dead?
And stop. Do you realize how far we are from the rest of the troop?
What? How did she get out?
We need to see what's in there.
What? Where did that come from?
They'll remember today.
Yeah, but you need radiation equipment.
Because he's still recovering.
You really believe that?
How did Mo get out? Do you not see what I mean? How easy it is to just escape Padre? Why are they staying around this area?
What if something bad happened to me? What if it's still happening?
Dude, what the fuck?
She's brought Padre plenty of pain. This time she felt a little herself.
What are you doing?
They're not gonna let Madison get bit.
Stop! Let her go!
What? How did she get in? Without them guards seeing her?
Blue Jay! Help me!
Wait, how does Mo know her name's Blue Jay? Oh look, she can shoot. Therefore proving cutting her finger off didn't do shit. She's literally doing what I said. You can hold it with 2 hands.
I'm never gonna be able to get near that island.
We'll find a way. My dad, he can help.
No, he can't help us right now.
Don't move.
Oh, fuck off.
You killed him, didn't you?
I saved his life.
You saved his life, but you literally almost killed him. That logic is so fucking stupid.
Finch got bit.
It's because of her.
Just got bit.
Yeah, because of her.
Padre lied about this. Think about what else he's lied to you about. Your parents, they could still be out there, and I can help you find them.
Is she Odessa?
Where did you take me from?
I don't know.
That's why Padre kept all of this secret, so none of you would know.
But why take kids, though?
I don't care about what's in that file. But I do care about the truth, and I want to hear it from Padre.
You'll never get past the guards.
Who will if you help us?
Why would I do that?
That audio was so weird. It, like, cut off.
Because I'm Padre's daughter.
Whoa! See, if they didn't do the flashback, we wouldn't know that. The flashback just spoiled us.
Shouldn't be here.
Just want to make sure he's safe.
He will be.
Well, how's he supposed to see what's coming without them?
It's just a super...
Use his eyes? The fuck?
My way.
Okay, so the brother dies, right? Oh, damn. Oh, this is where they're getting the containers from. But what does Padre stand for?
Hands up!
Oh. Daniel?
When you were living in that auto yard, you ran out of food and couldn't feed your baby. And your son couldn't shake a cough. You thought he had pneumonia. You're all parents, aren't you?
What? No shit!
Where's Adrian?
I don't know any Adrian.
I do.
Where is he now?
Found his daughter.
She died too. A long time ago.
Because of you.
Because of what you made me do.
Turn around.
I mean, we know who's in charge based off the trailer.
Padre's lied to all of us. I mean, this is his daughter. Who's the commander?
Daniel!
Daniel.
Madison?
Huh.
Give him back their weapons. It looks like we all have 9 lives.
Does he remember? Also, him, like, drinking out of straw.
The possibility of you being alive, Madison. But not like this.
How old is he now? He's got to be like 80.
You're the best and only shot these folks have to get their children back from Padre.
If they're not dead.
7 years ago,
They bring up the 7 years again. So annoying.
Padre thought that I was too old to be of any use, so they dumped me in the swamp. He was right about one thing, I was old.
And that was 7 years ago he was old. Now he's fucking ancient.
What happened to Charlie?
Is she dead?
I said that I would stay with her till the end, so she wouldn't have to die alone.
And she did.
I wasn't there for her. I wasn't there for Luciana either. I had no purpose. And then I found these folks motivated me. Turned them into an army.
It's not really that big of an army though, is it?
Luciana, Charlie, you could find out what happened to them.
Dove, are you sure you want to go down this road?
Maybe you should stop asking questions.
True.
come your father separates children from their parents, but he doesn't do the same to himself?
Hypocritical.
He's a hypocrite like every other asshole that runs places like this.
No.
No, I didn't even think about that. That is true.
Why is he sacrificing people for an experiment that will never pay off?
It will pay off.
No, it won't.
Why'd he build a place like this?
Hey, come on, we gotta go.
Move away from the boat now.
Oh.
She's Padre's daughter. You've been lied to.
He has kept his daughter by his side all this time.
It's true, Hawk.
Hawk.
Who are you to question Padre?
It's not just her, Hawk. I've seen some shit today.
You're not thinking straight.
Yeah, we're thinking perfectly fine.
Our parents abandoned us.
We didn't. We've been fighting this whole time.
Fight alongside us.
Why are they wearing the masks? I guess to stop blood from getting in their face?
You won't listen to me?
Oh, they're in love.
Can't wait any longer. They'll destroy the files if they know we're coming.
We'll make sure you'll never get it. You're not getting on that
Why?
boat.
But would you shoot me?
Oh.
If you could show her the truth, the rest of the kids will follow. Go!
Alright, calm down. Also, that little army that Daniel's got, they're kind of stupid for all walking in the woods together. You're like meant to be a military force, right? Spread out. Because they could flank the Padre guys if they were spread out a bit more.
Dad?
This kid's fucking dumb. You just put yourself in a fucking maze. Wait, that's just... whatever. Oh, camp.
You are back, and you're still here.
Where's Red Kite?
They have been reassigned.
Why does that voice sound fake?
We have questions. And we have your daughter. No more hiding behind the mirror. Time to tell the truth.
Madison, we got away from them. One of our people thinks she might be her mother.
Thinks.
Don't fall for this crap.
Your name is Alex. A collector took you from me at a campground outside Baton Rouge years ago. I never stopped looking.
This woman is not your mother.
Stop lying to her.
Is she lying?
Do it. Or I tell everyone here who Shrike really is.
Didn't she already just do that? Oh, sledgehammer.
It's not what you think.
Then what is it?
It's the only way to protect them.
From what?
From what happened here before.
And what's that, Padre?
Dumbass kids. Oh,
We gotta get you out of here. The shipyard's full of the dead.
Where is Goddard and the others?
dead.
Let's go!
He didn't need to shoot the ones that were far away. Climb up.
You're never gonna get my father to admit to anything.
Why is that?
Because he's dead. It's the brother, right? The brother's Padre. The dad wouldn't let his kids die. That's why the voice sounds weird.
Don't let this die.
What kind of acting is that? That was the most casual reaction to getting eaten ever.
Love you both.
He don't even give a fuck. What? It ain't him. As if he'd just be behind the screen.
My father can't answer you, because my father is dead.
Wow. Amazing dialogue.
My brother and I lost him a long time ago.
Yeah, because the brother was a fucking dumbass.
We are Padre.
But what does Padre stand for?
We didn't know how to go on.
Until they found something. And there he is.
What did we even have to go on for?
I don't know what happened to his parents. They all did.
And what did you tell them?
We told them their parents abandoned them. We told them we'll face this new world together. Our father died protecting what was inside.
And what was inside?
We made him believe he was still here. And they kept on believing.
Through a voice.
Tell Dove who she is.
Odessa.
Her name was Odessa.
Oh shit. From last season, right?
What happened to Ava, Lark?
She died, right? On the beach? Yeah.
She died.
How?
Trying to get you back.
My mother is dead. Because of you?
Well, no. That's not how it works. She's dead because she was stupid.
We're going to continue what we started at the train.
We're back to square one again?
My brother and I are protecting these kids from the worst pain of all.
The truth?
Children will continue to experience unimaginable loss.
Yeah, and that's going to keep on going because Dead City exists. It's not really Madison's fault that Ava died.
What were they like? In their After the stadium.
I don't think he would have recognized him.
I mean, June didn't see Nick really after the stadium because he was already dead.
We gotta stop meeting like this.
Duh. Okay. Good. We're not back to square one.
Looks like she made her choice. And every other kid on that island is gonna make that same one.
No, they won't. You'll see.
It's not a fucking hive mind. They're not all going to make the same decision.
Yeah, I'm not the leader you need.
But Daniel is. Or Morgan
I
is.
think I know who might be.
Morgan.
Your father.
Why would you leave Shrike alive? Fuck that.
Yeah, I copy.
Is this a
Where
flashback?
are you? I told you to meet me.
Being out in the open didn't seem like a good idea after what happened today.
Oh no. See, this is why you should have killed her. So she didn't relay information.
Carrie, we put there to protect what's inside.
Taught the kids how to fight for a reason.
It's time they showed us what they've learned.
Can they just use that gun on the truck? Jesus. They showed that in the promo. Oh, ale.
What is it?
They're trying to burn us out.
How the fuck has Mo teleported over here now? Oh, it's Jenny.
Baby, I'm coming for you.
They will kill you if you don't tell them what happened.
I mean, it's cool seeing King County again, but how the fuck's Mo teleporting every time? Overall, I'd say this episode is about on par with last episode. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible either. It was just meh. It was okay. I will say, like, the villain's motivation for this season is kind of bad. Which is a weird pattern with the Fear the Walking Dead showrunners. Remember, like, the garbage woman in season 4? And then you had the guy that was after gas for, like, a whole season. Logan, I think his name was. Ginny wasn't too bad. Teddy was okay. And then season 7... Didn't you have that, like, guy in the mask or whatever? Can't remember his name. But he died in the cage, right? But I guess last season's villain was Strand in a way. So Padre's motivation, or like Shrike and Crane's motivation for what they're doing is their father died in the past because of them trying to give him binoculars for some reason. Like, he can't see walkers like 10 meters away. Okay, sure. And because they grieve for him, they don't want to put any other kid through that. So they lie to every other kid saying that their parents abandoned them, but then take kids away from their parents just to lie to them. Like, I don't get the motivation for that. And then they're going to be using the kids to take out the walkers in the containers, or like in the container yard or whatever it's called, the shipyard. What? That's baffling. I also love that the flashbacks spoiled the current story. So them saying that Shrike was Padre's daughter, we already knew that. It wasn't a big twist for like us as an audience, right? Because we already saw the flashbacks. And then on top of the fact that, oh, Padre's actually dead, and it's the son that's behind the screen. Like, that was kind of obvious when we started getting more flashbacks. At first I thought it was Crane that died in the flashbacks, because it would explain why Shrike is the way she is. And Padre being behind the screen so he doesn't reveal his identity, right? Because he'd be outed as a hypocrite. Which I didn't even think about, to be honest. The characters brought it up and I was like, oh yeah, technically, yeah, that's true, but it isn't Padre. Or Fennec, right? What was his name? Fennec? Usually you have two villain stereotypes. Straight up evil, or a bit more emotionally driven. And that one you can kind of understand them a lot more. I don't mind straight up evil villains, like they're fine too, but I like the ones that you can kind of understand if you were in that like same mindset. Clearly Shrike and I guess Ben are a bit more emotionally driven, but it just doesn't work for some reason. Also, Dove blaming Madison for the death of Ava, right, is fucking stupid. Ava wanted to get Odessa back. Sure, she might have been motivated by Madison, but in the end, that's not what killed her. It was Padre. Because Padre took Odessa away from her mother. So you blame Padre for the death of your mother, not fucking Madison. Right? It doesn't make any sense. Also, what does Padre fucking stand for? Also, the writing this episode still isn't great, outside of, like, the villain's motivations. Daniel bringing up the 7-year time jump again. And Mo just teleporting all the time. Somehow she made it into the train car just in time before Madison was bitten, and she also somehow escaped the island with Dove, which is baffling. It was really that easy to get off the island. Like, you could all escape. And it was so easy for Madison to get onto the island too. But yeah, Mo's just popping up left, right and centre. Like next episode, for instance, she's in King County with Morgan. Which makes you question, how close is King County to the swamps? Like, are we actually in or near Atlanta? Because I guess they did bring up Atlanta in the flashbacks, right? Atlanta was bombed and so was LA. So maybe they're like fairly close to Atlanta? If that's the case, then we could see Morgan reunite with like the characters from the main show. I also feel like Morgan trying to find himself again is going to be interesting, but it's not going to hit as hard because he's going to have like Mo and Grace with him. You know? I think it would be better if he did it alone. But it's just weird that Mo teleports to King County. Like, she's all over the place. A lot of coincidences of characters appearing just in time. Daniel this episode. Mo also this episode. I guess the father in the flashback, he saved his son just in time. Grace last episode, or episode 1, and Morgan in episode 1. I guess last episode was Dwight and Sherry. You know, coincidentally, like, June managed to find both of them. But yeah, there's a lot of coincidences happening this season. So Finch isn't turning from the bite that he got last episode. But he's definitely going to have a massive scar now. Them saving Finch, though, makes last episode weaker. Because everyone was saying, like, last episode was dark. Which, you know, parts of the episode were. But it now has less impact because they saved him. So that scene doesn't hit as hard now. You know, with Dwight and Sherry and, like, the acting going fucking insane mode. You know? It doesn't mean much now because Finch is fine. It has no emotional weight at all. It was just done for shock value. I saw like one article say it was like the darkest episode in the Walking Dead universe, and I'm like, what? You're fucking dumb. Absolutely not, dude. Like, the stuff that happened last episode was tame when you compare it to Negan's introduction. Like, Jesus. It also didn't help that we just met Finch last episode. So we as an audience didn't really care that much that he got bit. Sure, it was shocking, because it was shock value. And you did feel for Dwight and Sherry, but at the same time, I didn't really care. Usually I need like a season at most to get attached to a character. Because if they die within a few episodes of appearing, I don't give a fuck. So why didn't they kill Shrike at the end? They had her. They could have finished it. Well, maybe not finished it, but at least like started something. You kill Shrike, no one needs to know that she died, right? And she's not going to be able to relay information to her brother. For instance, you know, the end of the episode with the containers and stuff, because they're obviously trying to get more supplies to fight Daniel's group. Or Daniel's, like, militia. You had her. It was done. Or at least take a prisoner, instead of just letting her go. You take a prisoner, then you've got a bargaining chip then. But instead the characters want the kids on the island to learn the truth instead of fighting them. Which I guess is a better outcome than just straight up war, because the war stuff is kind of getting old. Also, Madison wants Morgan to lead, which is interesting. But he's a bit busy right now in King County. So we might not have leader Morgan until like episode 6 probably. But yeah, I did like the reunion between Madison and Daniel. It gave me like season 3 of Fear the Walking Dead vibes. It just didn't hit that hard though. You know what I mean? Like, something about it wasn't this grand reunion that we were hoping for. And I guess maybe it's because it was more of a coincidence that Daniel found them. But I guess they did seed it last episode that Daniel is working with Adrian. But yeah, Daniel mentioned Charlie and Luciana. So maybe we'll be seeing them like soon. Hopefully by the end of this first half, or at least get answers as to what happened to Charlie. I have a feeling she probably isn't dead there. Would they really kill her off screen? Like, she's not an important character, but I feel like what should happen with Charlie, it's like a mercy killing. Madison should kill her to put her out of her misery. Madison deserves that kill, to be honest. Like, Charlie killed fucking Nick. Still ain't forgetting about that. I wonder where Luciana is too. It's not like it matters, like, her character doesn't really do anything. Like, she's just kind of there most of the time. Also, I fucking called it last episode. Cutting off the trigger finger, or June's trigger finger, didn't do anything to impact her. She still managed to shoot, because she has 2 hands, and 2 trigger fingers. And even then, if you get this finger cut off, you could use this finger. Yes, sticking the finger up. But still, I find that funny as fuck. They made a big deal about it last episode. Like, June was cutting off, you know, all these fingers. And it didn't matter one bit because they can still shoot. Also, if Padre went to the extreme of, like, cutting off a hand, like, as a punishment for June, which obviously they wouldn't do because they need her for the experiments. But if they did that, technically she could still shoot a rifle. Technically. Because look at Merle in the main show. Like, you just use your arm as like a vest, and then you shoot. But yeah, next episode, Morgan's returning to King County. Which, for people who've only watched Fear the Walking Dead, it won't really mean much. But for the OG Walking Dead fans, it absolutely will. Getting that closure of Jenny and Dwayne is going to be such a big moment for Morgan. But like I said, I wish Morgan did it alone instead of with like Mo and Grace. It just doesn't hit as hard if he's getting like moral support from them. Like, he needs to do it himself. You know, he needs to come to terms with it, accept what happened, and based off the, you know, trailer for the season, he picked up the rifle that Vic gave him. Somehow that's still there. Because didn't he burn down that house he was in with all the guns? So how's that rifle still there? But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to next episode. It has the potential to be one of the best Fear the Walking Dead episodes ever. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, that about sums up my shitty review. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And I will see you in the next one. Ta-ta and farewell.